Welcome to Team Secret versus Team Spirit in the lower bracket final on the final day of TI10. There are only 3 teams left in the competition: Secret, Spirit, and of course PSG LGD is awaiting the winner of this best of 3 in the grand final, best of 5, playing for $40 million. So Team Secret went all the way through the upper bracket, only knocked down yesterday by PSG LGD pretty convincingly. And Team Spirit have had the run of their lives through the lower bracket, knocking out many teams. I think Fnatic was the first one to go. IG was the last, and there were a couple of in between. VP, all teams that have fallen to the stylish play of Team Spirit. And a lot of that play has come down to Collapse. The offlaner for Team Spirit has really been playing out of his mind, and he's going to get his hands on the Mars, which is really his signature hero. Although he's been pulling off redonkulous plays on the Magnus as well. So the Mag and the Mars are really strong in his hands, and he just makes things happen on the map with those heroes. So looking at our opening bans coming out from Team Secret: Bane and Winter Wyvern, not trying to target Collapse. Maybe this is the new strat now. Don't try and ban Collapse heroes. Just give him the hero that you want and he wants, and try and ban out the other support cast. So the Bane, Wyvern, and Lion being taken out. Team Spirit did not have first pick, so they got rid of the Monkey and the Tiny straight off the bat, not allowing Team Secret to have either of those meta heroes, and Magnus has been immediately picked up. Ogre Magi being banned out as well. Obviously, a core that has an Empower plus the Bloodlust is going to be pretty much a Super Saiyan core, running through and over everything they come across. Along with the Mars, Team Spirit also picked up the IO. Obviously that movement around the map, the relocate, once it comes online, you can pretty much make plays wherever you like, and the opposing team has to play somewhat scared and almost buddy system around the map to make sure that there is no one who gets picked off by themselves. Next bans the Ursa for Team Secret and Ember for Team Spirit. The Spirit Brothers have been very powerful throughout the tournament. I have to say, I think Ember is the one that has had the most impact. Probably then Storm and then the Void. But saying that the Void Spirit has had the least impact is still been incredibly strong and picked up by a lot of teams. Disruptor being banned out by Team Spirit. No, by Team Secret. Sorry. I've been thinking that would have been a ban that Team Spirit might have had, considering Disruptor can mess up IO a little bit. But Team Secret actually a little bit afraid of the Disruptor being picked by Team Spirit. I guess having that AoE control from the Mars, dumping the Static Storm on top of that, you're going to be silenced and you can't go anywhere. So that is a pretty scary combination, but I am cautious about Disruptor picks. You get behind on that hero and it just doesn't feel good with the Glimpse. Snapfire, another big team fight ultimate being taken out. This meta has all been about big team fights. If you look at the 2 picks on Secret already, Magnus, Elder Titan. I mean, you had to watch the game yesterday between LGD and Secret, and you saw the moment when Secret just got obliterated by a boundless strike into a splitter from the ET on the side of LGD, and the 3 members of their team just ceased to exist. Now, here comes the hero that I thought we may have seen a little more of during perhaps the group stage and the main event of TI, the Jakiro. He did receive a nice little buff heading into TI season, just with a problem that he's had for a very long time. The cast point on the dual breath pretty much halved, so it now is a very quick casting ability. Well, compared to what it was, it's almost instant compared to what it was. It used to be a massive wind-up. So much better in lane with the sort of counter harass and sort of securing farm for your core. But I'm not ruling out this being played as a core. I mean, it's a little bit extreme in an elimination match. I mean, all the matches are elimination now. There are no more upper bracket matches, so if you lose a series now, you are out. But it has been run as mid, the Jakiro, so just something to keep in mind. Well, it's not going to be run as mid because we do have the Storm Spirit, so it's most likely going to be a 5 Jakiro, possibly a 4, depending on how they want to prioritize the farm on this IO. But the Terrorblade comes out, so before the Storm pick, Terrorblade wasn't a bad game. Jakiro and IO sort of slow overtime damage or buffing up your own side. Mars does have the spear, can do a lot of damage and sort of fair bit of lockdown inside the arena. But now with the Storm Spirit on top of that, Terrorblade has to be very, very careful. You can just get blown up. Terrorblade, very high armor, high agi gain, but base HP is very, very poor. So until he starts getting the Skadi, the Satanic, those later tier items, the Dragon Lance just to tank up a little bit, you know, he's going to struggle to survive an initiation from a Storm, perhaps with an Ice Path laid over the top as well. So he's probably going to be looking for a BKB at some point on this Terrorblade, knowing that there is a Storm, and no doubt perhaps Lotus Orbs will be built to try and just counter-initiate against this Storm. Final bans coming out, so the Drow being banned on the side of Team Secret. Just fearing a little bit of fast-paced Dota from Team Spirit. I mean, if you picked a Drow with this lineup, with Jakiro, you could max out the Liquid Fire. You can really put the hurt on towers very, very early. So just knocking that out of the pool. Puck being taken out as well, an obvious counter for the Storm Spirit. With, of course, the Coil, the Hold, as well as the Silence. So obvious bans coming out right now. Of course, the Drow proc does go through a lot of Terrorblade's armor. So they are looking for a final pick for Yatoro on Team Spirit, and Team Secret are looking for the final pick for Nisha. Well, you'd assume so, unless it is going to be a Nisha Magnus. But I think the Magnus is better from the offlane. Can play sort of more that controlling hero in the fight, and you want a little bit of damage coming out from the mid lane. I mean, looking at the abilities they have right now, Leshrac wouldn't be out of the picture. Leshrac has been run a fair bit, so I'm sort of looking at Team Spirit. Maybe a Leshrac. Void Spirit is still available, and it is the Void Spirit that will come out. Man, I just got that one in time, didn't I? Final pick going to be the Spectre. Okay, so Team Secret are going to be being hunted around the map. There's a Storm Spirit, long zips. Mira is going to be on this IO, looking to relocate in with perhaps the Mars, and Yatoro on the Spectre. Once he gets that, obviously the level 6 with the Haunt, but once he gets the Shadow Step, Ags, which no doubt he will be going for. I mean, the only hero that doesn't have easy potential to link up on the map is the Jakiro. Storm can get there pretty much easily. Yatoro will be able to get to the fight. Collapse will probably be paired up with Mira, and so it'll just be Jakira that has to walk his way into the fight. So very, very mobile draft from Team Spirit, particularly moving around that mid-game timing with the Shadow Step on Yatoro. Secret, on the other hand, are looking to perhaps take this game a little later. They want to survive past that mid-game with the advantage of the Empower, being able to buff up the farm on Matumba Man and Nisha as the game goes on. However, I mean, Terrorblade is traditionally the counter to Spectre, sort of get him to hit himself. But this is a Spectre. Spectre, when you get to late game, is sort of the boss of the map. Particularly with this new Shadow Step build, you just get so much farm because you can always be active. 30 seconds cooldown on the Shadow Step, you're always available. And if it's ever off cooldown and you need the Haunt, then you pop that as well. So you're always very, very agile around the map on the Spectre. And I mean, farm on Spectre is very, very good. The only two abilities I can really see threatening Spectre this game is the Earth Splitter coming out from ET and the Sunder on the side of Terrorblade. I mean, Spectre will not be going for a Radiance or a Refusal Blade up against a Terrorblade. You don't want to have that return onto yourself, so he'll just stay away from those two items. First tower destruction, we do have a Jakiro, but I think 5 to 8 minutes. Least deaths, I think we're going to see Yatoro. Last player to be killed, probably Matumba Man. First player to get 50 last hits. Toronto, Tokyo. Righto. Puppy, he's up. Trying to scout out some wards. 2 wards have been placed, but 1 will be spotted out. So that'll be an easy D ward. Yep. Nisha getting that one. Second Sentry just to block this hard camp, stopping some early pulls. And Matumba Man with the level 3 of the Conjure Image is pretty much okay to start moving into the jungle. Got a couple of stacks here, he'll be just fine, and so he doesn't want to risk himself any longer on the lane. And Puppy will happily get some XP, a little bit of gold, and he's pretty safe here as well. With the Astral Spirit, he can pretty much outrun a lot of the damage coming out from Collapse and Mirror, unless he does just get bursted from full to nothing. Yatoro does have the 6, so rotations can happen around the map with the Haunt. Nisha's mid lane with a haste rune, so that's probably going to be a pretty hard kill. And the level 3 on the Dissimulate. Toronto, Tokyo dropping that wood under the vision of a Sentry as well, so he knows that one is fairly safe. Maposhka though, look at the stacks. He's going for another one. Will he get the ×4? 1 hit, 2 hits, running it away. Let's look at the camps. This one's going to get it, this one not. That's okay. It's pretty hard to get the double quad stack together. Still holding on to that skill point. I guess just holding on for his Ice Path if he needs to cancel a TP. Pigpole being picked up by the Terrorblade. Gotta love the +6 all stats. Very, very strong. And of course the Pigpole, we've seen it throughout this tournament. The Pig out, 10% movement speed for 4 seconds. Does save you on occasion. Particularly if you don't have any other spells to cast and you are just intending to run away. But look at the money. Money, money, money. Toronto, Tokyo. He's just going to love this up. He's got the level 4 in the Static Remnant and he is just farming this away. Maposhka says, please give me some XP. Tumbler's Toy as well. Additional 200 mana. Out goes 1 stack. He's going to go for the second. Illusion Runes just to block up the damage. Another neutral. They're getting all of them from these stacks. And Toronto, Tokyo, he will be zipping to the top of the last hits charts. Not the top of the net worth charts though. That is still reserved for Nisha. Top lane, Yatoro's going to be a little bit careful. Does 5 sticks. Nisha is level 8. He's got the 2 charges ready to go. Yap's all smoked up as well. Who are they going to catch? Toronto, Tokyo might be a bit of an easier kill. Yatoro is very tanky. He is level 7, 1200 HP with the 2 levels in the dispersion early. They're just hunting here top lane. Here we go. Nisha's going to make the move. He's going to jump in. Does miss with the pull. Toronto Tokyo though. He's in on Nisha. Mira's here to help out and double jump away. And he will be fine, perhaps. Yes, he'll be fine. Simulate maxed out level 4, so there's a lot of mobility early. Zai with the finished up Helmet of the Dominator will continue to farm and pressure around the top lane. Maposhka might be in trouble here. Will throw out the spells. Top lane, Yatoro coming in. Already got 1 kill on Puppy. But Maposhka, you're in trouble. Has gone for the 3 levels in Ice Path. Are there any other rotations coming in for the side Team Spirit? Zai is in a little bit deep, but there's no levels into the Desolate yet. Oh, what? 2 men RP. DD over on the Storm, but he can't use it. Yatoro's going to go for the TP, and he makes it in just in time. I mean, Storm. Toronto Tokyo, he had the DD popped, but the RP caught both, and they just had enough burst to get through him in time. I mean, if that RP didn't come out on the Storm there, he probably cleans up with a double, maybe even a triple kill. He had a fair bit of mana, and would have been hitting like a truck. Collapse gone for his signature armlet, so really does increase his burst in that arena. That was what we used bottom earlier to get a kill. 3-man smoke on the side of Secret. Looking for more. Zai, no RP, but does have the level 1 in the skewer. No blink yet. Nisha with the 2 charges in the Astral Step again. The Remnant, level 1. Zai has been caught, but he will go away. But on the backline, Maposhka. Nisha's got the burst. It's too much for him. Toronto Tokyo, King the D Ward. And Mira will go down as well. It's 4 heroes of Secret top. But it really is only the 2 supports that go down. Toronto Tokyo makes it out, actually picks up a regen rune on the way. All the while, Collapse farming mid. And Yatoro farming bottom. And look at this. Look at it. We're 12 minutes in. We're about 1,400 gold away. Actually, a bit more than that. 2,400 gold away from the Shadow Step coming out on the Spectre. Roche, the big man, is in the pit, waiting for someone to come and challenge him. In Team Spirit early game, they just don't want to bleed too much. They have gone for the maxed out stun on the Ice Path, so that can really follow up from the Mars with the spear in the arena. You know, Jakiros sometimes go one of 2 routes here. It really does going for the early damage with the Dual Breath and the Liquid Fire, or the tower pushing with the maxed out Liquid Fire. Or you can really get more value out of your level 6 Macropire with the Ice Path. So he has gone for the Ice Path route. And looking at those stats on the Ice Path, it is 2-second duration. It's just 50 damage at all levels. Radius doesn't improve, but the cooldown does get a little bit better. So smoke up from Collapse and Maposhka moving bottom, looking to use that Macropire and Arena. They're going to find a Zai. No blink yet. He's going to immediately skewer, but he's out of the arena. Mid lane. Storm. Toronto Tokyo goes in onto Nisha. Follows up with the Ice Path. RP not used. Faked out a little bit. Haste on Toronto Tokyo. He's moving around, but there is no arena on Collapse. They can't trap them in. The Helm Creep will make it out on about 1 HP. And no one actually goes down mid lane. Puppy, let's just look at this bonus damage. 101 with the bonus movement speed. It isn't maxed out Astral Spirit yet. But he is looking to go into the Veil. Nisha in with the Yules into the Remnant. Ice Path will cover with the Macro Pipe. Stun, actually turnarounds on Collapse. He will go down with the reflection coming out from Matumba Man. And the tier 1 tower for Spirit will fall mid with the meta being popped. Right now, Matumba Man on top of the net worth chart along with Nisha, so Secret feeling very strong in this early game. Because we've talked about how big and bad a Spectre can get late game. We shouldn't count out the fact that a Terrorblade is one of the biggest and baddest as well. You get the Skadi, you can even build into the Ags for the Fear and the inbuilt mini meta. That's what I call it, the mini meta. Comes out with the Fear. You know, that is very, very powerful as well. And you know, heroes like Jakiro and Io, they just can't stand up under that sort of bombardment coming out from the Terrorblade. It's just too much damage. The Sphere can also turn around pretty much any arena play, I guess, before BKBs become available. Nisha is smoked up. He has the regen rune in the bottle. All spells ready to go. Level 12 as well. So the level 2 Astral Step is online. They will see. I mean, look at this. Oh my goodness. This is something else. It's the Helm of the Dom creep with Empower. Farming a stack. Oh my goodness. Please, Ice Frog. Please. Please nerf. I mean, this isn't even the Helm of the Overlord. It's just too much. So Toronto Tokyo with the Kaya, looking to go into the Sanjin Kaya early. No Yules or Orchid going to come out, but Secret are claiming the first Roche of the game very easily here. No contest from Team Spirit. And that Skadi is coming ever closer on to Matumba Man. Now, with the Aegis, this is really probably going to be a farming Aegis, maybe a little bit of pushing. They do realise that Team Spirit is still incredibly strong with their team fight. Macropire and the Arena coming out from Collapse. Really, really hard abilities to fight into. And I mean, we have the Shadow Step on Spectre. So we are ready to rock and roll. So Secret need to be a little bit careful. They are split up around the map. Nisha's probably going to want to keep looking for plays though. He does have the Yules and looking to get into the Ags. This Ags is going to be devastating over onto Storm before Storm gets any sort of way to dispel that silence. He does have a haste though now. So look at this, the Whisper and the Storm are hasting through. Do they want to try and catch Matumba Man? I mean, Zai's here as well with the Blink Dagger. He will blink up over the cliff. But he's coming in with the pull. Spectre, Haunt coming through. Inside the arena. Splitter comes down, collapses in there, stuck in with Matumba Man, but who's stuck with who? Out comes Ice Path with the Macropie. Toronto Tokyo will have a Vortex into, and Matumba Man is burning down. That's the Aegis though. All four members of Spirit are still alive. Matumba Man, no meta. They will look to disengage. Mid though. Yatoro goes down. And was that a Haunt usage as well as he died? No, that was used earlier in the fight. Okay. I mean, that fight was looking okay. A long zip in on Nisha, follow up with the Ice Path, actually stunned, taking him out of it. Will they have enough? Nisha? No, he's got the Dissimulate. Will he survive? Toronto Tokyo, long zips, Yules, he's still running. He does have a Resonant Pulse. They might actually turn around. Zai's here as well. Team Spirit, you need to be careful. Zai's in with the Skewer and the Shockwave. Collapse is here, but it's just one spear. Team Spirit just not quite knowing their timings exactly. Spectre has respawned with the Shadow Step, but with no support he's going to find it very hard to go in. And right now, Matamba Man, he is taking over the map with this Empower. Spectre needs a little more time. They haven't really got anything out of this Shadow Step. Teams have learnt to play around it a lot better than what they did at the beginning of the tournament. He is level 14, going for the +5 stats at level 10. So he is getting there, but he needs more time. Ice Path on Matamba Man with the macro. Shadow Step coming out. They're in on top of Matamba Man. He does have a Sunder available. Sunder's Zai. In with another Ice Path. This level 4 Ice Path doing a lot of work. Splitter coming through. Doing a lot of damage on your Toro. Matamba Man will just TP out. Zai. No blink, but he does have an RP. Stomp. Taps coming in. It's turning around. Nisha comes in to turn around. Onto Miri. Goes down. Toronto Tokyo back in with the pull. Ice Path out. Over onto Puppy. He will burn down. Yutoro, he's pretty low HP. Shadow Step out onto Nisha. Collapses here as well with the stun. Caught onto the tree. Ice Path following up again. Maposhka with these Ice Paths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep lining them up. Knocking them down. And the most important thing out of all that fight is, for Team Spirit, as they are the ones behind, is Yutoro manages to survive. And he's well on his way now to that Orchid. Matamba Man did make it out with the TP, fortunately, on a very low HP. Has got meta available again. Another very good usage of the early Ice Path is it is a good ability to provide high ground vision, so you can get that. Collapses in with the God's Rebuke. Gonna have the Spear to follow up into the trees. Toronto Tokyo following over onto Yapsor. Matamba Man does pop the meta. He's burning through the macro pipe, but Mira will go down. Pig out, trying to get that movement speed, but he will get caught by Zai Maposhka. He's going to get caught by the Remnant and the Dissimulate. And this tier 2 tower, with the meta pop, with still more than half duration, is going to be under threat. With the Dom creep, with the illusions, it's not really going to stand much of a chance. Creep's coming in now, so backdoor will not be kicking in. Fight recap there, you can see Terrorblade dealing the predominant amount of damage. 1600. Collapse 1400 for the side of Team Spirit, and he actually did make it out. This Collapse Mars, he can do amazing things. He's on his signature hero. This hero has been banned out on him for most of the tournament because all the teams know what he can do. He is the best Mars in the world. This is pretty much undisputed right now. Looking to guard this Spectre bottom, feeling like they might make a movement. He does have the blink with the arena. Looking to be able to BKB next. Team Secret are smoked up and heading in this direction. There is an RP, collapse, you're going to get caught, skewered, and you are going to be in trouble. Shadow Step coming out on top of Yapsor. Who's in trouble? Oh, the split is coming through. Collapse, you're in a lot of trouble. Yutoro actually went in. Haunt, going to come out, he's going to be zipping around. Which one's the real Spectre? Where is he? There he is. He silence Ice Path to cover the retreat with the macro pipe. 3-man. Going to deal a lot of damage, but Yutoro's still going to go down. I think Maposhka's playing out of his mind right now with these Ice Paths. I just wonder, is he going to perhaps rush an Aghanim Scepter? It is very, very good. The pure damage, pierces BKB. Incredibly strong upgrade. Oh. Who's caught who though? Horn toss into RP. There's the Ice Path again. Yapsor, he's burning down. Arena catches 4. In they zip on onto Matamba Man. Do they have the burst? Sunder's Zai. Zai's caught by the Ice Path. Yet another one. Jewel Breath coming out. That'll slow him down. Collapse will finish him off. Matamba Man on the runaway. Toronto Tokyo getting him on your back. Zip's going to come in. Collapse with the blink. Shadow Step coming out onto this Matamba Man's Terrorblade. And he goes down. And Nisha. he's going to be in trouble as well. Or is it the other way around? No pull for another 7 seconds. Nisha, he'll be fine. He has the Yules. One more charge of the Shadow Step and the Simulate. In fact, is he going to look to go back in? Collapse. Oh, he does actually catch him. Almost gets him onto the tree. Toronto Tokyo wouldn't have had enough mana to follow up on that play. Nisha's pushing the limits of his hero. He knows how far he can go right now. He knows with pretty much full mana, full HP, with the full kit available, it's pretty hard for the side of Team Spirit to lock him down when a lot of their ultimates are already used. But the Shadow Step, it's available again. You got to be careful about this thing. It is very fast paced.
That should help.
And right now, your Toro is starting to come online. As the net worth gets more and more, the gap between them doesn't matter so much. Like early game, if you have, you know, 3, 4, 5k net worth lead early game, that's significant. But as you get to late game, you know, 5k net worth lead isn't as much. Your hero is going to have its core kit items. And he's got the Orchid up, very, very powerful on this Terrorblade. He does have a Systemic to dispel, and he's going for a BKB. So he's going to have a couple of ways, but that Orchid isn't necessarily for the Terrorblade. It's more for the other heroes around the Terrorblade, the Magnus. If you can go in, Shadow Step in onto the Magnus, catch him with an Orchid, what's he going to do? He can't skewer away, he can't Horn Toss, he can't RP, he's just going to die. Same with Puppy. I mean, he does have a Force Staff to actually help him get away a little bit, so Puppy might be fine. I think Yapsor is itemized as well with the Ghost Scepter to be able to escape and evade a little bit. But at the moment, it's just a Ghost Scepter. You know, he's going to get slowed down by that dagger, and he probably will be a bit of a target for quite a while. I mean, that collapse with the arenas, you know, this guy just knows where to stand, where to get him. 4-man arena before, and he really does hurt with this early armlet.
Thanks, guys.
God's Rebuke, 270% critical damage. Bonus damage by series is 35. Let's just look at armor, what it does. Plus 15 damage, 25 6 armor, 5 HP, but when it's toggled on, you get an additional 35 damage, 25 strength, which for a strength hero is an additional 25 damage. So we're actually talking this item is going to give 25, 50, 60, plus another 15, 60, 75 damage. And if that's getting an additional 270% crit on 75 damage, you can see why Collapse really does value this armlet on the Mars. It just does maximize his kit early. I mean, the armor as well. It's pretty insane, really. Particularly with an IO behind you. Waiting for the rune, it will spawn top. Invis on Zai. We have a Invised Magnus. He doesn't have RP for 21, but he does have the Horn Toss and the Skewer, which is really enough, as we've seen throughout the tournament, for... Oh, he doesn't go for the Horn Toss. Didn't toss him. Needed to toss up Toronto Tokyo, put him up in the air, land him back down, then go for the Skewer. Smoke up from Team Spirit. They're drawing on the map. They know where Team Secret are, and they are starting to feel confident. The Haunt is available as well as the Shadow Step, so 2 ways to get in for your Toro. And not only ways to get in, but it's a level 3 Haunt. So we're now talking 80% Haunt damage and also 80% Shadow Step damage on the illusion. So these illusions start to really hurt. They are powerful. You know, if you're a support with not a lot of HP, you've got a Spectre illusion dealing 80% damage to you. 80% of what a Spectre would be dealing. That's pretty insane. Smoke up, counter smoke from Secret, and they're doing the classic play. If you are against a Spectre, you want to smoke to the Spectre. Your Toro, he's sensing it out. He's going to dagger through the trees. If you can catch the Spectre on the side, that's the perfect start to the team fight, because the rest of the team, they're the ones that want to be gone on. And your Toro is sensing his danger. He will TP back to his team. However, He doesn't realize he's actually TP'd back to Team Secret as well. Titan Sliver over on Matumba Man will interrupt a lot of that chain stun, particularly from the spear and the ice path. So Matumba Man may just get a little bit of time in between stuns to get off the Satanic, get off the Sunder. Roche is still sitting in the pit, sitting with a shard. Who would like that shard the most? I mean, we already have a shard over on Yapsaw. Actually, that's interesting. Self-target of telekinesis and throw range 85% longer. Could reduce by 30% targeting allies. So the save on allies. I mean, this Void Spirit Nisha would love to have the shard for the Dissimulate on the side of Secret. Shard's pretty good. Spear of Mars. There are some very good shard upgrades in this game, particularly as well. Mira with the stun. I mean, Jakira's not a bad shard upgrade either. Get the Liquid Frost. There are lots and lots of good shard upgrades, so both teams will be eyeing off that second Aegis. But once again, look what's happening. Yatoro's on the far side of the map. He's farming. He's continuing to farm whilst his team makes the moves on the map. Both teams pinging out this Aegis, just checking, make sure no one's in there, no smoke doesn't break. And Matumba Man, he just heads into the Roche. He's got a BKB. He's feeling good. Level 18, Sunder's up to level 3. And he's in there. Team Spirit, you're going to have to do something about this. I think they know that they're in, but they're a little bit concerned about going in there. The RP is available. Link Dagger. They don't have a smoke. They know it's happening. Roche is down to 3rd HP. Nisha. Here comes the Shadow Step onto Matumba Man. In Toronto Tokyo, in with the BKB. Trying to clean up anyone, but collapses in with this arena with RP's out as well. RP's out on Toronto Tokyo. He's going to be able to zip away. Matumba Man with the BKB pop. Collapse. He's trying to hold him in place with the Bulwark. He's going to TP out on top of that, but it'll be cancelled over by Zai. Back in from Aposhka. Yatoro, he was trying to get out of dodge as well. They're all trying to TP out, but it's too late. Aposhka's brought back in with the Ice Path and the Macropire, but his team's gone. Collapse is surviving over on the side. He'll go down. Aposhka, buyback from Io. Toronto Tokyo is in, but he's out of mana. Will he have enough to take down Nisha? Astral steps away. He's going to jump in again. Oh, he went in a little too far. Toronto Tokyo, you got no more mana left. And Yapsaw with the stolen ball lightning. Buyback over onto Mira. It's just collapsing in on Team Spirit. And now the Roche will just be free from Matumba Man. He's already back into the pit. And Team Spirit, they just didn't get the team fight they were looking for. That was buybacks. Buybacks on the 2 supports of Team Spirit. Buybacks also on the 2 supports of Team Secret, but they ended up winning the fight. Aegis is over onto Matumba Man, who got the shard. He still just got it in his pocket. Typical carry. Not really thinking about his teammates. He does hand it over to Nisha, who will get that Dissimulate upgrade. That would be the one that I would think they would give it to. And shard on the ET is you can go to the Echo Stomp. Probably not so great at this point in the game, but this is going to be a Rax. 1 Rax going down against Team Spirit, and I think Team Secret may not have plans to go back. Well, they will play it safe. They do have 4 minutes on the Aegis, so they can reset, probably get this tier 2 bottom. Really, truly open up Puppy. Puppy will go down. He has no buyback. Oh, this storm. The lightning over on Yapsaw. He goes in with the zip. Yatoro, he's going to be out of mana. Can he get out? Maposhka's been caught on the back line. Stun over onto Nisha with the spear. Who's that still in there? That was Io just coming back out. Yatoro will look to continue farming bottom. He has got the Manta. looking to go in for that Bloodthorn. Actually not a bad trade in the end for Team Spirit. Being able to take out Puppy, who didn't have the buyback. But now his cooldown on his respawn will be reset. Oh, they're hunting. Yatoro, you need to be careful. He will Shadow Step. To who? Who did he Shadow Step on? Affects enemy heroes. I don't know who he Shadow Stepped on. Nisha though, he's in. And Toronto Tokyo is out. He's not having any of that. He could have got caught by the Ether Remnant in the ball lightning there. So Storm Spirit no longer invulnerable inside this ball lightning. You can actually get caught by certain AoE abilities. Don't ask me which ones. Only Ice Frog knows. But there is an interaction there. Magnus with the Horn Toss over on a Collapse does get the BKB off. With the turnaround, stun, save from Yapsaw with the lift, stopping him from getting stunned, and the RP will come out onto Collapse. He'll go down. He does have buyback, but with no Arena or BKB, it's not going to have a massive effect. He's probably going to have to use it here if they want to defend this Rax. Storm just trying to kill the creeps middle, but already this tier 3 is down. It's dead. Tier 3 is gone. There is no glyph on the side of Team Spirit. Top Rax, Millie's gone too. Ranged, next on the menu. And it looks like Team Spirit don't have any intention of defending that top Rax. They still have a tier 2 bottom, so that bottom Rax is safe for the time being. Can't say the same about your tier 4s. Okay, I'm learning. So you can Shadow Step onto illusions. You can Shadow Step over onto the illusions. That's how Spectre would have got back top from down bottom before. Actually, it was a very heads-up play because if he'd TP'd, he may not have got out. I mean, he could have Shadow Stepped after that, but perhaps the illusion may have expired, and he would not have had a ticket out of there. Toronto Tokyo looking, he's got a casual plate mail. Has he got an item being finished off with that? No, he's just got the casual plate mail, and he is going in for the Ags. He's saving up, almost has the Ags. Are there any Lotus Orbs over on the side of Team Secret? It doesn't look like it. No Lotus Orbs. Anyone haven't checked is Mag. No, Zai doesn't have a Lotus Orb either, so no Lotus Orbs. So that potential zip-in play with the Ags pull on the Vortex can do a lot. Maposhka didn't end up rushing the Aghanim Scepter for the pure damage. I thought it might have been decent this game, thinking you're going to get the Ags on Toronto Tokyo, and of course the Spear from Collapse. Pretty decent lockdown, but he is looking, just trying to get a 4-star. Toronto Tokyo pretty much uses all of his menu when he does that, so he does need to be a little bit careful. Toro has got the Bloodthorn finished up. Now, notice Matamba Man is leading the net worth by over 10,000. But this is where net worth does not matter so much. If you get caught by a pull followed up by a spear, and you got a Spectre Shadow Stepping in on you with that Bloodthorn, you're in trouble. There's not much you can do. They know your Tor is here. Oh, the dagger, the pings are coming out. They cast it. Haunt. He's out, everywhere. He's going to run back. His team. Can his team get there in time? Haunt has been used. Stun's going to come through to hold him in position. The Shadow Step to get out even further. The break. Being protected by Collapse with the Arena. Nisha. The Aeon Disc will pop. But that's Haunt down. This is the final Rax. Maposhka will get caught. He doesn't have buyback. Toronto Tokyo's in with the BKB. Not really enough mana to do enough with though. And Matamba Man's still standing in his high ground. Doesn't have an Aegis, but he does have his Titanic and a BKB ready to go. That's the tower down. Rax is falling. Team Spirit, if you want to fight against Megas, you're going to have to do something right now. Team Spirit, they've just let it go. So they've decided Megas it will be. But maybe not for too long, because Team Secret, they've decided they just want to go straight in. We don't want to wait for Megas. We are going straight in for the fight. Yutoro, he's been caught. Buelled up. Does he have a buyback? No, he doesn't. And he will fall. Shoto goes in. Stolen Ice Path over on Yapsor. This man on Rubik is an absolute madman. Nisha actually has a casual E-Blade as well. Misha smoked up on the side. Mira, sorry, smoked up on the side. This Stolen Ice Path on Yapsor is very, very strong. Instant cast. Obviously, the buff up from the Arcane Supremacy. And the ultimate debuff increase. In comes the pull with the Arena. Actually, Arena with the Macropire, they're doing enough damage. Do they have enough? No, there's BKBs out. Puppy will get burnt down as well. Yutoro, he's got caught by the Stolen Ice Path again. Mira can't save him, and that will be the game. GG will come out from the side of Team Spirit, and game 1 in this lower bracket final will go over to Team Secret.